Hello from Lyme, New Hampshire. Got out on the river right here for a minute. Hey, all the gear all the time, right? Going to Hanover to get some coffee and use their Wi-Fi and do some writing. And see the progress on the Thetford Bridge. It's still, it's going to be like closed for 2 years, but I haven't been down here in a while. So I think new subscribers, I think the recent 3,000 of you or so, or 10 of you, we're coming up on 2 years since I posted a video to this channel. 2 years and a few months. That we were living in New Hampshire, moving down to Charlotte, North Carolina. And I think in October will be 2 years, so we're getting there, getting close. And it's been weird being back because I was here for 12 years. Discovered motorcycling here, discovered beer here. That's a longer topic, but you guys, some of you old subscribers know my beer collecting hobby and traveling with beer and trading beer and rating beer. Discovered motorcycling, discovered hiking, discovered camping here, met Heather here, own a home here. All of my porcupine? All of my motorcycle riding friends are up here, really involved in the clubs. I don't know if I'm going to die in New Hampshire, unless I die today. But I do know that I'm going to be in New Hampshire for the next 20 years at least. But wait, you're in North Carolina. Yeah, I know. I'm not moving back yet. But you know, my boss knows this, that my time is finite in North Carolina. And I may find myself somewhere else first. But this trip has definitely reminded me that, New Hampshire right now is my home. And I don't feel connected to Charlotte like I do here. I'm thinking about, just stupid stuff. Like, I'm going into town to go to a cafe and need to pay for parking in town, which is pretty rare here. Yeah, it's coming along, actually. That's really coming along. I think it'll be done by next year. This probably wouldn't fly in any other place, but my buddy Jesse at Longwind Farm lives over there. I could cross that bridge actually, but Jesse has these amazing tomatoes, and I've been wanting to buy them all week. I have to go all the way down to Hanover and back up to go to his place and say hi to him. Hi, Jesse. His house is right there. I just can't get to it. Good to see you, buddy. Maybe I'll see him I'll do a ride with him before I leave this time. I sent him a message. So, going to this town, Hanover, that charges for parking. I mean, nowhere near what Charlotte charges for parking, but Charlotte doesn't have free motorcycle parking. Hanover does. It's the little things, right? There's... The only thing I think of that's positive about being in Charlotte is the fiber internet and getting same-day Amazon deliveries. But do we really need same-day Amazon deliveries? Do we actually need that? Probably not. But yesterday was one of those days, guys. I just wanted to quickly just kind of like talk at you for a second here. It was one of those days yesterday. We woke up at 6 a.m., which Matilda woke us up early. Woke up at 6 a.m. Got in the car at 7. We're in Canada by 9. Average stopping for gas and coffee, of course. Canada by 9. Went to a dairy farm that has cheese curds and some aged blue cheese. Dropped by an ice cream shop. Walked around one of the towns south of Sherbrooke, QC, for a few minutes. cross back over into Vermont, a little one-person border patrol office. That's the Connecticut River, by the way. And went to my favorite brewery at 11. Got some cans to go. Saw Denise and Sean and Bob and Mike, my old friends that I've been going to that brewery for 12 years, 13 years, not 14 years. Since 2011, so 13 years. Came back home here, went to Post Pond and played in the water with Matilda and swam with her in the water. Grilled some chicken on the grill. Helped Heather's dad with the tractor. He was 20 acres. He was mowing his lawn with the tractor. He got stuck in a bog and we had to deal with that. And I sat at the fire pit, drinking some beers. And it's not just about the people, it's just about the lifestyle you have up here. I miss it. I miss it so much. I really miss it. Yesterday was one of those days where I'm like, we used to have this every day. We were in our lake house. We had our fire pit. We had our friends. I had the dirt bike trails right across the house, all the way to Canada. I had friends in Canada. I had friends in New York, friends in Maine, friends in Vermont. Tomorrow morning, I'll be on the 7-1. I'm going to Bradford, Vermont tomorrow to grab an old friend. We're going to do some trails for a few hours out in Bradford area. I think I've said it in a few videos, a few vlogs, but I took a pay cut to move to Charlotte. Never do that, by the way. I love my job. I love the company. I love the culture. I love the work we do. The only negative I can think of is the pay. But I really thought I was entering opportunity to get a fast promotion, and I was wrong. That's okay. There was a hiring. I was the last person hired before the hiring freeze. So they had a hiring freeze, so they got hired, and things have been, economically, macro level, things have just been tight for a while. So I'm sitting here in Charlotte for 2 years. Pay stagnation. Heather took a pay cut too because she has locality pay with the federal government. So she took a pay cut, and not only do we have lower pay, we also are now paying sales and income tax in Charlotte, which we didn't have in New Hampshire. And our car registrations are higher, and our food is higher, and our heating is higher, and our water is higher. Everything costs more. So it was about a 40% pay cut that our household experienced when moving to Charlotte. And so that's probably a dramatic, 30% pay cut. And so, 2 years in, man, and now that Matilda's born, it's just really hard to be here for, it's another transplant from down south that just built this behemoth, this old school looking New England behemoth. By the way, Upper Valley Land Trust should change their motto. It's love it, conserve it, ride it. I've been trying to ride these Upper Valley Land Trust trails, and it says no motorized vehicles allowed. So I think ride it means bicycles. I think I should do bicycle it, because I can totally ride these trails, but I'm not allowed to. I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing anything about it right now. I love my job. But I do think that we need to start putting our things in place to be back here at some point in the next couple of years. I just don't know if Charlotte wasn't going to be forever, but I didn't expect to miss New Hampshire as much as I do. I mean, just be riding. I'm literally riding to the store and just hopping on a dirt road alongside the Connecticut River. I mean, come on, guys. How great is life up here? Guy out with the son fishing, or daughter fishing. That's Vermont over there. I just love it up here. And we actually are in the middle of, we're actually a few weeks going before the zoning board to have our house, to get approval to add a level to our house. There's a height restriction in our town. Speaking of New Hampshire things, NIMBY shit. But we're going to be renovating our house, so this number will change. But you know, there's also the fact that we have a $1,200 a month mortgage. She gets a 20% pay raise on moving back. We both don't have to pay income or sales tax anymore. There's just, Matilda will get to go to the same schools that Heather went to. And I get to go riding in the woods. It's just, it's a special place here. And I really, really miss it. What about the winters? Well, yeah, good question. 6 months of winter. I snowboard. I hike in the woods and snowshoe. But I always loved winter because I can ride from May to November with gear, proper gear. And then December, January, I can hike and do things outside. And in February, March, I tear the bikes down, I do all my maintenance, I clean the garage, I tune up the lawnmower and the snowmobiles, tune up the cars. And, you know, I do all the stuff that I need to get done in anticipation for spring. Riding every day of the year isn't really worth it if your ride every day is in Charlotte, North Carolina traffic. That is a Class 6 road? I didn't see that on the map. Let's go check that out. I'm in the right gear, right? Khakis. It looks like someone put a log in front of it, which is supposedly them saying this is closed. Where does it go though? Oh, I think the tree just fell. We're totally not dressed for this. I was trying to see if these logs are like, but come on guys, how great is New Hampshire, right? So I see some of these logs are actually malicious. I gave it a little bit of beans, but I was like, I just didn't. Oh man, I fell in the tanks. I hope the tanks are okay. That's my biggest fear on the 701 LR is damaging the tanks because there's no crash protection for them. Oh, how are they looking? This video turned into an off-road ride. They're fine. But screw this tree, man. Let's get this 701 out of the way first. I'll be back, bitches. Seems like we lost a little bit of fuel there. This wasn't on my map. Need to come back there with a chainsaw. Video's almost done. I just want to come back here. And you know, once these are abominations. Once just these 3,000 square foot homes, right up next against the Upper Valley Land Trust, so you can't build a house across the street from them. I just want to come back here. I miss it. So the next, year or so, I'll start seriously looking at remote jobs and see what's up here again, and work on getting back. No rush, but not having another kid. Matilda's only kid, so I'm not going to be having another child. I already took care of that. I took care of that when she was a month old, actually. So that's already been resolved. So I say that because I'm not going to be getting a 3 or 4 month break from work anytime soon for parental leave. So I've used that credit this summer. Next summer, if nothing changes, we'll be back. We'll be stuck in Charlotte. I've told Heather though, and Heather knows this. She can spend her whole summer up here if she wants to. Her office is up here. Her friends are up here. Her family's up here. We have a house up here. So I can't be up here because I have to be in the office 3 or 4 days a week. But I hope she'll take advantage of it. By the way, the Zumo has crashed. This is not my Zumo XT2. This is the regular Zumo. So if you're watching all the videos from the trip, this is a different Zumo. It's crashed. Piece of shit, Garmin. Get your software right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Yeah, got an oil leak. It's red, so I know it's the Motul synthetic oil with the what do they call that stuff? It's the Motul oil. It's red. It has like an extra lubricant in there. Ester, the ester oil. But it could be coming from that clutch safe cylinder that it's a Recluse clutch safe cylinder. I had the gasket and the O-ring replaced from Recluse, but it's leaking a lot. I mean, it's dripping like 15, 20 drips when the motor's hot. So obviously the work they did didn't take. And so now we're heading home. I love riding in New Hampshire. I'll do a couple of bonus clips here of me trying to diagnose where the leak is coming from. The thing is, 2 of the oil drain plugs also have little red stuff on there, but I think it's just cooling down with the gravity. I don't think it's actually those. I have fresh crush washers on those. I don't think it's those things. I torque them to spec. I highly doubt I have a drain plug leak. There's like 4 drain plugs on this motorcycle, which is kind of funny. Probably going a little too fast on this road, especially the fact that I'm not wearing any gear except for helmet and gloves. And I would barely call these Gen 1 Dakar Pro Climb gloves gloves. They're really for like motocross. They're not for road riding. Got some good tunes going. Woo! For someone without gear, we sure are having some fun. Alright, so we've sprayed it off. Now we're going to see if we can see where that red oil is coming from. Really hard to tell. I don't think it's coming from the clutch slave cylinder. No, it is. It is coming from the clutch slave cylinder. Yeah, it's transferring down that wire there, but it's coming from out from under here. So, clutch slave cylinder was the issue. There it is. Not a terrible leak. It's rideable. I'll fix it back in Charlotte. It's not a great leak, but definitely a lot more than I would like.